What's up, guys? It's your boy TW Extreme Gamer, aka Mr. Hang Dang himself. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a simple question. What's better than seeing a grown man get his ass whooped? Watching him cry afterwards. This is Thomas, aka Mr. Hang Dang. We're gonna bring y'all some EA UFC2. So the first thing I need y'all to do before I get started, smack that like button, turn that shit blue, man. Hope y'all enjoy this video. We're gonna get right into it. Alright, so this is my first time on PS4 with EA UFC 2. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna start the little road to championship thing and see what the fuck I can do. I picked Chris Cyborg. I don't know if y'all paid attention to last Saturday. That hints to what I was talking about, watching a grown man cry after the ass whooping. John Jones versus DC2, or DC versus Jones 2, because DC was champion. Alright, it was a pretty good fight for, a fat guy. Nah, I hate Daniel Cormier. If anybody knows me, they'll tell you I hate that little fucking prick. It was really good to see John Jones back in action. It's been a long layoff. And watching that fight, he opens up, and he's kind of timid, but he's doing his same old oblique leg kicks, keeping his distance. He's very long, I think an 84-inch reach, very long. He got taken down. It didn't last very long. He's an extremely good wrestler. But DC looked very good. I was very surprised because I hate him, but he actually looked very, very good in that fight. Down the stretch, my boy JBJ caught him with a head kick. Had that little fat fucker jiggling everywhere, jiggling and wiggling through the octagon. But in the midst of all that, he threw a little trip, and that kind of started the downfall of the knockout. Then he gets up, and there's like huge confusion after the fight. But reports say that Daniel Cormier thought the fight was stopped a little early, a little premature. No, bitch. You got knocked the fuck out. You don't remember when it got stopped. You just woke up and said, what the fuck happened? What's today? I'm supposed to be fighting John Jones. Then they're like, yeah, he knocked your bitch ass out, cuz. But, alright. Now, Chris Cyborg, my Brazilian beauty. Alright, no, I'm just kidding. She's a little scary looking. But that does not take away from her fighting ability. That woman is fucking scary. I know John Jones called out Brock Lesnar, but I think it should have been Chris Cyborg. Chris, you should have fought. You should have fought Brock. It'd be roids versus roids. It'd been epic. That shit would have been nasty. He throws a punch, one of his titty muscles, tears because he's got so much roids off in it. Just saying. That's the fight to make, Dana. Come on, man. That is definitely the fight to make. Chris Cyborg, Brock Lesnar. Make it happen. Watch Brock Lesnar's big ass get knocked the fuck out. Because that would happen. Who else fought? Tyrone Woodley and Damian Maia in the worst fight in the history of UFC. It was. There's no words to describe it. And now he's all butthurt because Dana don't want to let GSP fight him. GSP is a good draw for our business. Tyron, whatever the fuck your name is. Learn to be more entertaining as you fight, and you'll get to fight, big name opponents like that. And plus, I don't think you're well-rounded enough to deal with George St. Pierre. He will take you down, and he will outstrike you on the feet. Yeah, now if you get lucky and catch him with one of them, Tyron Woodley haymakers that you usually land, yeah, you might put him to sleep. But that would be lucky as fuck, because I know my boy GSP is not the type of dude that likes to take damage. That's not his thing. So, Tyron, eat a dick, stop whining, be a champion, fight all comers in your division, and then you'll get them names. Try to knock these motherfuckers the fuck out, and you won't have issues like that. You stuffed, what, 22 takedowns from Damian Maia. He knew he couldn't take you down. You knew he couldn't strike with you. You should have got him out of that bitch in 2 rounds. 1, because I bet on you to knock him out in 2 rounds. So, there's a fuck you in both directions on that, asshole. Next time, do me a favor and make me some money, asshole. Alright. There was Tyron Woodley versus Damian Maia. There was also Donald Cerrone versus Robbie Lawler. Early, Robbie looked fucking good. And then, Robbie happened. The same thing that always happens in a Robbie Lawler fight. He gets sloppy. And Donald Cerrone is very technical guy. He will punch you in the dick 62 times with precision, accuracy. Yes, that motherfucker is like Deadshot. I think that's that motherfucker's name from Suicide Squad. Yeah, he's like that with dick punches. He's that tough. Once you fight sloppy with him, it doesn't go your direction. You got lucky and you won. I picked you to win. I figured you could stop it early though, because Donald is one of my favorite fighters to watch, but I know he can't take damage. There's a glass cup in my hand. This is what I'm gonna say Donald Cerrone's jaw is. This glass cup. If I drop it on the floor, it breaks. If you drop your fist on his jaw, it breaks. Come on, you could have did that. There were some good fights. But my biggest win of that day is watching Daniel Cormier stuttering over his words after that fight and crying like a little bitch. He's already fat, so he looked like one of them fat kids crying because he couldn't get a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. It's pretty fucking funny, man. I hate Daniel Cormier. Now, he's a great fighter. Yeah, he'll put them titties on your face and make you motorboat them bitches real quick. He's a good fighter. But what I want to talk about is who's next for John Jones. I want to see Alexander Gustafsson. Yeah, he knocked out Glover Teixeira his last fight. He looked really good in that fight. But I think his height and his footwork is a problem for John Jones. If you haven't seen their first fight, go watch that shit. It's an instant classic. It was a good ass fight. He actually took John down, I think, twice in that fight. But it was very, very back and forth. A very back and forth fight. I think that fight should happen. Rumble Johnson said he is up to coming back, but he would only want to fight John Jones, and it has to make sense financially, which is very smart on his, on his case, because he's making pretty good money outside the UFC right now. So I think that's a very smart decision. Don't come back unless it's worth your time. And John took some good licks against Daniel. He won't be able to take a lick like that from Rumble Johnson. It won't happen. Anthony Johnson is a different animal when he hits somebody. He will put John away if John thinks he'll take a punch like that. Everybody's talking about John Jones and Brock Lesnar fighting. Yeah, that's interesting, guys. Very interesting. That's a stupid fight. It's an interesting fight. It's very stupid. I would not make that fight happen. What I do want to see is John making that, that jump in weight. That would be awesome. But I would want to see him fight Cain Velasquez healthy. That would be a very entertaining fight. Very entertaining. I would love to see that. The only people I think can beat John right now is a heavyweight. That's it. Think a heavyweight to get him, but outside of that, John Jones is probably the best to ever do it, which hurts when I say that because Anderson Silva is my favorite fighter of all time. But looking at John Jones, man, he was, a year-and-a-half layoff, comes back, beats the shit out of the best fighter in that division like it wasn't shit. Yeah, y'all see that shit on the screen? Whew! I'm tough at that game, ain't I? Fuck you, Conor McGregor. I hate you. But yeah, man. John Jones is probably the best to ever do it. I'm looking at my buddy Demetrius Johnson because he's a fucking monster as well. He's about to tie Anderson Silva's, record for title defenses, which is insane because I seen Anderson Silva. I didn't think there was gonna be another fighter of my generation that would be like that. And 5, 6 years later, there's Demetrius Johnson. He's a little guy, but hell of a fighter, heck of an athlete. He gets no love from y'all. If you're a UFC fan, go buy a pay-per-view for this guy. He works his ass off, man. But y'all keep liking just for DC's crying in the face. Y'all have y'all a great afternoon. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all make sure to hit that notification bell, guys. Have a great afternoon, alright?